What's happening, Trueflutter family? Welcome to the Trueflutter podcast.
Don't love me, I beg.
Welcome to the Trueflutter podcast, where we talk about love, dating, and everything in between. I'm your host, Bibi, and this is episode 2 of the Trueflutter podcast. And today I have two special guests with me in the studio, Ese and Stanley. Hi. I actually met Ese on Instagram. Yeah, so you guys know. Hi, you guys. Thank you so much for being here with us.
What's up? What's going on?
So happy to be here.
Thank you so much. So happy. I'm so happy to have you guys here.
Yeah,
especially on such short notice. You guys came through. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's start from the small talk. So,
Okay.
Tell us about yourself. How are you? First of all, how are you feeling? How are you feeling now in this moment?
Actually, this is my first time talking like this.
Yeah.
So I'm actually scared, but I know I'll do good.
You will definitely do good. You will definitely do good. Yeah. Okay, so tell us about yourself and what you do.
Okay, my name is Ese Lawrence. I'm a makeup artist. I studied business administration. No, my first degree is in accounting.
Okay, first degree.
And I did a diploma course in business administration, and I have a certificate in administration itself. So, and I'm also a makeup artist and a content creator. So,
I like that part.
Stanley.
I love that
You open
part.
my entire market.
Let me clap inside my heart.
Alright, so to
That profile beat my own shot, but it's okay. Well, I'm following you. My name is Lawrence Stanley, and I am what now? What will I say? What did you say just now?
yeah, a lot of things.
I'm a husband. So that's a primary.
I mean, that's a full-time role.
That's a primary job.
Alright, so you guys have been.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to continue?
Yes.
yeah, he has a lot.
Oh, okay.
He has a lot. Don't mind him.
Okay, well, I'm into music. I'm an entertainer, and by the way, I graduated from Federal Polytechnic Auchi. I read biochemistry, and I did education under National Teachers Institute, Kaduna, and by the grace of God, at the moment, I do music full time now as a passion.
Wow.
Cool.
Yes, and I've worked in some couple of hospitals. I've taught in secondary schools.
Wow.
I think I've been more of a
Let me get
teacher.
this straight. You said work in a couple of hospitals
Yes.
as a musician?
No. I've worked as a scientist.
Oh, I
Lab
thought
Oh
you...
wait, you do music, you do science, education.
I do, yes.
I almost thought you healed
Power
from music.
couple.
People with gist. And that's what I do now, Seth.
Really?
I
What's
heal
that?
people with music.
Wow, that's cool.
Oh wow.
Listen, music, they say, is the food for the soul. So everything is still medicine, one kind. You know,
Little wonder how you swept her off her feet.
Oh, Jesus. So right now I do music full time.
That's
I teach
so cool.
music to some couple of people privately and collectively. I do vocal training, work with some couple of artists here in Lagos, and I also write songs. I'm a recording artist, and I'm into fashion.
Wow.
You are spread across the board though.
Yes. Big time.
I told you he has a lot.
In fact, honestly.
Yes.
Alright, so how many years have you guys been married for?
5 years.
I knew that. I just wanted to phone
I-
like
I-
that.
I
Let me
know.
just act like I don't know. Okay, so you guys have been married for 5 years now. How's married life been?
Okay. Okay, first of all, I don't know how it works for other people, but for me, it gets better every day.
Oh.
Really?
Yes. I don't know how to say it. But that's why usually I don't tell people there are 14 steps to making your marriage sweet, because there's a prayer I've been praying before even I got married. I said, God, because I heard a lot of things from people growing up and kind of made me get scared of marriage. Tell you when you stay with somebody as in one particular person for 1, 2, 3 years, you see the person every day, you get tired of the person. And I've been praying. I said, God, help me. I don't know, and I don't want to get tired of whoever I'm going to spend the rest of my life with.
Yeah.
But I can tell you for a fact that it's been a blessing in all roundification.
Best decision
Wow.
ever.
So, as in, I tell people I don't know how.
Ese is blushing.
I don't know how they do it. So what? Getting married to this young lady here is the best thing that happened to me.
Whoa.
Cool. That is that's very, very hopeful to hear.
Yes.
We were just in a podcast yesterday about how this generation is, somehow when it comes to settling down.
Yeah.
So hearing this from someone who actually just settled down less than 5 years ago,
Yes.
around our age, I mean, that's awesome.
How old were you guys when you got
cool.
married?
Okay. My wife was 26.
I was 27. I just 26 turning to 27. He was 30.
Wow.
How long did you guys date before you got married?
2 years.
Yeah?
2 years. Yes.
I saw something on Instagram that you guys were long distance for a while.
Yes.
Yes.
Please give us the lowdown.
Oh Jesus!
So we're actually far apart for like 3 years.
Were you already married at this point?
Yes.
Oh wow.
I went to Canada to further my studies. I went for 1 semester and I came back to get married because we're actually planning the wedding. So I just had to let me go and see what's going on there so that I don't lose my visa. And I had to fine, I have to come back and get married. So I came back, got married May 2016. And I went back after 3 months, which wasn't really nice at all. I had to go back to school. After going back there, I came back, I think 2017, for a friend's wedding. She paid my ticket. If not, I don't think I would have come. She paid for my ticket. So I spent 3 months again. And since 2017 till 2020 January, I was out.
Wow. How did you guys cope? What was it like for you being here?
It was the power of the Holy Spirit. No man can do these things. It is mere strength and power. No, you will die. What I'm saying is, I don't know how people do distance relationship, but it's hard. It's very hard.
Of course, especially for newlyweds.
Yes, it's very hard because, okay, I'm going to use some certain terminologies here. Okay, usually, I just came up with it anyway. It's musical. I didn't have enough time to hold the chord and stay on the sustain pedal before she
Okay.
you know what that means. God. Or the music directors. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, when you talk about companionship, when you finally find that thing in that partner that makes you want to stay around with the person, that makes you just complete, usually, and even till today we still do that. I don't know, but I can't be away from her somehow. I don't know how it happens.
I think that's why I've not gone back.
I'm serious. So it's like that, but I don't know how we were able to stay apart because I was used to the fact that when it's almost getting close to our anniversary, she will come back. When she traveled the first time, came back. It was getting close to our anniversary. She came back again.
Or first year anniversary. Yes.
Wow. I was happy. So I was now thinking that
every year,
yes.
The financial part of it was tough for me. I was still just wanting to, but after 2017, this depression people talk about is real because there was this part of me that was not there, and I could feel it. Most times we do video calls every moment of the day, and the time difference.
I was just going to ask you about that.
Every night
Crazy.
I had to wait for her to come home. Then usually I try to sleep during the day so I can wake up by maybe 12, 10, 11, 12 at night. That's usually her evening.
Wow.
So I'll be up in the morning.
What country again?
Canada.
She was in Saskatchewan.
How many hours were you guys?
About
apart?
7 hours.
7 hours. Yeah.
So you see the difference. So if I'm if
there's never a time of the day where it's day and day.
Oh no, I have to be awake, and the next day I'm supposed to be at work in the morning. Though my house was close to my workplace. I worked at Benson Data University as a music administrator, so I was there. Wow. So I was willing to do anything just to see her face every day. as much as I can.
Do you see
Do you
her
have a
face
brother?
every
Do you have
day
a
now?
brother?
I saw Jesus, do you want the brother man to die? Yeah.
Oh my God.
So see, sir, we did all we can. We did all we could
Yeah.
to keep the relationship alive, even through the phone.
I like that.
I think through everything you're saying, I think one thing I'm taking note of is the fact that there's a lot of intentionality
Yes.
that goes into a
Exactly.
relationship.
That's the word.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to be intentional.
about it.
I tell people, I say sometimes people, there are some things you can't really explain to some people because they will not understand. You have to be intentional to make it work. Trust me, there were some times when my in-laws were just everywhere. My mom, they were just on my head, saying so many things in my head. But I was intentional about making this relationship work. So every time we connect, we just make that ray. It's almost the connection that's almost becoming a ray turns back to being a beam.
Another punchline. This guy.
Honestly, back to back.
So it's truth. It's actually fact that distance can have a way of keeping people apart. But if it goes south, I think it's actually the fault of those involved, because sometimes when she came back and we sort of will sit down there, we actually stayed apart for 3 years.
Exactly. We can't do that now.
How did we? But right now,
Yeah.
We can't.
I don't wish it
One
for
night.
my friends. I don't wish that for my friends.
You know what really strikes
So-
me? What strikes me in the bone is the fact that you guys did this while you were still very young.
Exactly.
I mean, the very age where people just want to fly.
Just want to, as in, have fun.
And there is one take home for me. You did everything you could to keep it going.
Yes, sir.
And it took
Everything
both of
could.
you.
Yes.
It wasn't just one person trying.
Exactly.
Both
Yes,
of you
sir.
were doing,
Exactly.
putting in the work.
Yes.
How did you guys resolve your conflicts when you were?
Quarrel.
Yes, like whenever you argue, like, because normally if she's in your space, you can easily go to her and be like, "Oh babe, I'm so sorry," like
yes,
hold
yes.
and all that.
Oh, trust
so
me.
when she was away, how did you guys?
Oh,
I
yes.
think we tried to just solve it there and there because we could not just sleep and wake up with that problem.
Yeah,
We'll
see,
just solve it there and there.
Exactly.
That's how we solved it. But now we can.
because you foresee yourself.
Oh,
guys.
yes. Oh, yes. Trust me. We actually had some laid down principles that helped us to walk in love. You get? So because walking in love, I tell people, like I said, is deliberate.
Yeah.
Trust me, if you decide to watch one particular channel, does not mean you don't have every other channel on that station, on that stuff. So you, first of all, it's a decision. 2, you walk in it. You have to be deliberate about it to making it work. So what actually kept us? Sometimes when we quarrel on the phone, but we made sure that before we leave that very space where we are, we must settle. Sometimes we'll quarrel, like we're doing a video call, like we're watching each other, we're looking at each other like this. We just quarrel. She will talk and talk and talk and talk. She will just turn her face and sit somewhere. She's still there.
But she's still there.
She does not leave the scene. So I'm
Yeah.
there. I don't leave the scene. We
Wow.
don't walk out on each other. The Spirit of God is there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because with human power you can't do
The
this.
Spirit of God is there.
You
Trust me.
can't.
So when we do that, at a point in time, you just wait. See, that's what the devil does. Just wait for some few minutes. The whole thing just settles.
Just calms down.
You will see the filtrate will come up. Then all the particles will go down.
I'm tempted to get pen and paper and say,
to write things down.
So you see that when you shake the whole mixture, you see everything just be. But when you just wait for like 5 minutes, then later something fresh will just come to you and be okay, honey, I'm sorry. Can we go over this again?
yeah.
That moment, everything just changes. The atmosphere
Right.
changes. So this, what I'm telling you now, we are not with each other now. This was phone conversation. You get, but we never go to bed without resolving a conflict.
You don't let the sun go down.
Yes, sir.
On your conflict.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So we resolve every conflict as much as we can. Sir, nobody trained me to do this. I learned this. I was the first to get married in my house. I'm from a family of 4 boys, one girl. I'm the number 3.
Wow, and you were the first to get married.
It was after I got married, the others started getting married. You get, so the thing is, it was I tell people, I say, look, it is the person that owns the working principle that can tell you how you should function.
Right.
When you don't know how, go back to base. What that means is it's just the Holy Spirit that helps you.
Right.
There is no way out in finding the way than looking at the person who owns the way. Which I don't know what I'm even saying, but that's just
You're making sense.
Do you
You're making
think
a lot
that
of
this
sense.
has anything to do with the fact that you were ready and you were ready?
I was just going to ask if you did, like, if you were personally preparing for marriage, or you're personally preparing yourself for your future partner when your husband came.
I was actually. Yes, I was. And when he came, I think he was actually my best friend for a while before we started dating. Yes, yes, 7 months. My best friend.
How did you guys meet?
We met in church.
People's union was already blessed from the beginning.
Okay, so my dad was lead pastor in one of the CGM branches in Benin, and he came to sing there. I just came back from youth service, and he came to sing there. Somebody.
That's where the charm started. That voice.
Oh,
Actually, I wasn't really interested because I was dating someone else.
Oh,
wow.
Yes. So somebody just introduced me to him. I was like, "Oh, this is Stanley," and I was like, "Oh, hi," and that was it. I think the next day or the next time we met was in BIU, Benson International University. My dad was like the VC there, and my little cousin was doing her matriculation, and he came, covered my eyes. I was like, "Who is this?" And I told him, I was like, "Hi, Stanley, how you doing?" He said he's fine. I was asking him, "What did you come here to do?" He was like, "I came here for someone's matric." I was like, "Oh, my little cousins too." And he left. I don't know what happened. I was the one that like, "Oh, just give me your phone number."
This is the first time in the history of
come on now.
And not that, nothing at all. I just like, "Oh, give me your phone number," because that's where I am. I don't like friendship and all. I'm like, "Oh, since you're my friend, I should have your number, right?"
Yeah.
So I just took his number, and I think for 2 months, the day he called, I didn't even know he was the one. Yeah, I just saw Stanley on my phone. I was like, "Who is this?" Okay. And I said, "Stanley, the guy." "Oh, you, how far?" I'm inviting you to a wedding, blah, blah, blah. And that was how we got talking. I was actually in an mentally abusive relationship as at that time. And I was blind to it. And I was trying to escape, but now, you don't want to lose that person.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I got talking with him and I spoke with him about it. I just told him that, "See, this is what's bothering me. I don't know what's going on." Like, I will never forget. It took this big Pepsi bottle. He told me, he said, "If you ever give this guy money again, I'll use this bottle on your head." And that was how I stopped. And he told me, "Watch and see, he's going to break up with you after that." And
truly?
Yes, he did. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Nice.
So we just became friends. Even my mom was like, "Okay." Everybody knew him actually in Faith Arena, CJM as at then. So my mom was like, "What is this CGM superstar coming to do in my house?" And she was always asking me what's going on. I said, "We're just friends, nothing." And yeah, it went on like that until few days to my birthday, 2014. Yes. 17th of March 2014.
We may not forget it.
And he spoke things to me like, okay, this. And 3 days after I said yes, he came to see my mom.
Wonderful.
Intentionality from the beginning.
From the very beginning.
Hope you guys don't mind. Just 1 second. I need to cut. Dari, please help me make sure that stuff is recorded. I'm not connected, so I don't know. It's recording.
Red, right?
Red. Okay. Intentionality.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the intentionality has been there from the one.
Yes.
So there's a general conception that a man knows when he sees the woman that he wants to get married to. He knows. Is this true?
Yes. Yes and not really yes. I'll tell you why I said so. When I met her for the first time, like I said, something triggered in me, okay? Yes. But because I wasn't I've always been the spiritual type though. But I got matured too quick. I'm not that old though. But I got I got matured too quick. So I'm very old school. I tell people that she's the second woman I've dated in my life.
Yeah.
Entirely. Well,
yes.
It's not like I never had a chance to date people or other ladies, because everywhere I went I was very popular in school. I was my school's Michael Jackson then. This slim tall guy. I can dance very well. So when they are doing this major program in school, I was always there everywhere. So that was why the mom was quite scared, because she was worried about the ladies that were coming around me all the time. So for me, I had this intentionality with everything I do, because even when I told myself that any woman I get involved with in any relationship, it will end to marriage. It will lead to marriage. It will end in marriage. So that was my intention. So even when I had my first relationship, that was after I graduated from school completely. She has been a friend. So I just summarized that part. We broke up when I was in Taraba State, where I was 7.
Okay.
So she could not cope with the distance. She wanted me around a lot of things. Even when I was
imagine the
irony.
See the irony.
Imagine
the irony. And the breakup happened when for the first time I was doing 3 days dry fasting in Taraba State.
Wow. Man of God.
Say, when my spiritual antenna was just way up there. So I not eating for 2 days. For 2 days. So
straight.
Yeah, 2 days straight. We're drinking water. No. I served under Nigerian Christian Corpus for NCCF. I was under NCCF. Okay. I was the state music director of NCCF in Taraba State. So that was when I knew that I actually have a calling by the grace of God. Hallelujah. But I'm not this old.
I'm preparing myself because
yes. Oh Lord Jesus, come on now. Oh yes.
I mean.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
But the thing is, I had the mindset of this man in me that I will keep my relationship no matter what happens, because if I'm strong enough, or if my eyes are open enough that I decide to go into that relationship, it means I will see through it to the end. You get what I'm saying?
Yes. Definitely.
So people do test, and let me tell you what the problem is. Some people, even if you see somebody, trust me, there is a wife in every woman. There is a wife in every woman. But you see, something brings out that wife in a woman. You take a girl from the house of the family, you make her your wife. You make her your woman.
Rema.
Do you understand what I'm saying? A woman will bend to the will of a man who knows his direction and where he's going.
Facts.
Trust me, it had nothing to do with the bank account, because I had nothing when I married this wonderful lady you see here. I had absolutely nothing. So I think what she was attracted to was the
Should we ask her what she was attracted
The aura,
the mindset and his direction.
The direction, and because when I told her that, when I asked her that, okay, you know what, I was in love with her. I was already in love with her.
Okay.
Even when she was in that relationship, right? I had already started feeling something for her, but I was scared because I was not in any relationship. But I just wanted to be her friend, and I just wanted to leave it there.
Yeah.
You get?
He actually told me that the day he falls in love with me, he's going to run away,
Exactly.
and actually he did.
Yeah.
Yes. I told her that if I ever fall in love with her, I'm going to leave her. Like, I don't.
Why?
He's going to run
You know
away
why?
because we're just friends, and I was in a relationship.
She had told me a lot of things that had happened to her in her relationships. So it felt like I was taking all the blame for all the guys.
I see.
It became a burden. So I didn't want to be part of that storyline. You now count me among the guys, and then it got to Stanley. You know this, and then it got to. She just tell me from James to John to Peter to Paul. Then Stanley. I'm like, no, I will not be part of this storyline. I'm going to help her to be the strong woman when she's out and she's standing on her feet. Then I'll leave her to make her decision. So I left.
I was the one that actually
when I left,
went to look for him.
I didn't just leave. I got a job.
Wow.
I got a job in Saple in an OS7C firm, right? So nothing much. The job was just there. So when I left, I knew there was something that was not complete. But I left because I was scared. And I knew the kind of our background she was with.
What were you scared of?
I was scared of. First of all, I was afraid because we were from two different
planes.
Background.
Two different.
The playing field was not level.
There was no level playing field. It was like I was in Ikorodu. She was somewhere in Ikoyi. It was just, so that was the difference was so much. Because there was a time I asked her, even when she agreed to be with me, and I said, "What exactly do you see in me?" And she would just look at me. She would smile and she would tell me that I'm real. Is me. Like I don't try to be something I'm not. You know what I'm saying? And when I talk to her, I speak to her. I get through to her. You get what I'm saying?
And that's very important, especially for us as women, because we can kind of tell. We can tell when a man can have all the money in the world, but if he doesn't have the leadership ability,
Thank you.
If he cannot lead,
exactly.
True.
Then you can be the finest person, but then if you can't lead, you're not attractive.
Exactly.
You're not attractive.
Word.
Sure.
I just jot that one down. I'm taking that one home. Okay, now you see that was it for me. When I saw that question you asked, when our friendship kept growing, I knew she was going to be somebody that I was. But at that time, she was in a relationship, so it wasn't like, okay, should I now snatch her from the guy she's dating? You know that kind of thing. Not until she opened up and told me that she's in a toxic relationship and told me what was going on. I'm like, are you kidding me?
At that point, you can snatch.
And I said, okay. So I knew the guy was this kind of guys who are looking for ladies that are already there. They make them ATM machines and use the card and go withdraw money whenever they like. So that was exactly what she was. So she could have like 100K and give the guy 80, and she would take 20.
Because we're loyal like that sometimes.
Yes, I was working,
bro,
and I was
actually
paying tight to the guy.
I swear.
Wow.
Yes, because I served in Abuja. That was where I met him. I saw a lot of red flags, but I just decided to close my eyes to those red flags.
Okay.
You're saying that you saw red flags?
I saw a lot of red flags, but I just decided to make it work at all costs. I don't know why. Sometimes when I think about it, I'm like, Ese, what were you thinking? What were you thinking? And he was in Abuja. I left him. My dad actually told me to come back to Benin because, according to him, he didn't want me to be like the Abuja girls and all those places.
Is it the current or the previous, the former?
Which one?
The guy you're talking about.
Yes,
right
the
now.
the guy I was
previous one.
dating
Not-
when. No, not him. I'm just actually giving a background as to that. And yeah, I've always been independent, and he prayed on it, and yeah, actually wanted my cash. So when he spoke to me about the whole situation, I was like, this is not how a man should treat a lady, and warned me like a best friend. I was like, okay, fine. And I was like, that's good. I saw a lot of potentials in him right from that. And one thing that drove me towards him was, actually, I wanted to start my own makeup business as at that time. And when I was confused about the names, so I was like, oh God, anybody that can give me a name for my business, I think, God, you're telling me something. No, when you tell God something, like, okay, fine. And guess what? This guy gave me 5 names.
Oh, energy.
Come on now.
He didn't know anything. He gave me 5 names.
Whoa.
I had to choose, yes. So that was when I was
Proper
like,
answers to prayer.
yes, you know.
I think something that's consistent in your relationship is that you have a personal walk with Christ. He has a personal walk with Christ.
Yes.
So there's a way there's some things you can pray for, and then there's some things he would do, and you know that, oh, this is God. This is an answer to prayer.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that was
Yes.
actually what happened. I was like, from there. So now,
The walk began. The
In
trek
fact-
began.
Yes.
So I want to ask you about the marriage, like getting married. Did you guys have any issues with family members being like, oh, I don't want you to marry him, or oh, I don't want you to marry
yes,
her?
I had friends.
Oh,
Yes.
I had friends.
that advised
A
you
lot
not
of
to marry
friends.
him.
Yes.
So what
Can-
were the key points? What did
Can he take-
these guys point at?
Can he take care of you financially? You know, you're way up there. He's way
Down there.
down. I didn't want to. I didn't want to say that though. I didn't want to say
We down there, boy.
So they actually they were asking me a lot of questions, and I was like, it's none of your business.
First of all, exactly.
It's
Like-
my choice. I will pass through it myself. You guys are not going to be there.
True.
So you guys should leave me. And he's the most caring person I can say. Now my friends are like, wow, okay, nice. We can see the changes and everything. I keep on telling them, don't tell me. I always tell myself, my decision is my decision. I don't want to listen to anybody.
Yeah.
I don't want to listen to a third person, because once you start listening to a third party, everything is gone.
Sure.
You start getting distracted. You start looking at, okay, what if? I don't want what if. I want to stay, how will I put it, with my own word, or my
Where your peace is.
thank you. That's the word.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's actually it.
Stanley, how do you know that you could take care of her?
How did
How
I
did
know?
you know that you'll be able to pull up for her? Especially financially, like you guys were talking about, how she's saying, oh, like it was like you guys were not on the same page financially. So how did you have the courage to
Abba.
Abba Father.
But did you know? Did you know?
That-
Or were you just hopeful?
I had faith. It was strong faith.
be
That
fair, you
that
were working
made
as
me
well.
go
He
see
was
her
working
mom.
as well, yes.
That made me go see her mom. After
3 days.
She said
after
3
3
days,
days,
yeah.
3 days.
I went to see her mother.
3 days of meeting her?
3
or-
days after,
After
she
I said
agreed to
yes,
date me.
I agreed to.
Whoa.
Yes.
Oh,
I went
okay.
to-
And my
to
mom is the
begin-
most difficult person to pass
Her
through.
mother
Yes.
is
My dad is the lenient one, but my
the dad
mom.
is the soft one. The mom is the whoa.
and that was the one you went to.
That was I don't know what happened. No, trust me. I told her. I said I'm coming to see your mother. It's not that woman. I'm coming to see her. I don't know what entered into me. You know that adrenaline when a pit bull is chasing you, and you just jump over the fence. What people say, that adrenaline, it came. The next 2 days I was in the house. I just pressed the doorbell.
Wow.
She came and opened it. Like, you came? Really? You're here? I'm like,
You know, there's a meme online. They talk say the goats don't drink Fearless. Congo challenge lion.
As in, I don't know what the kind of fearless when I drink, but when I'm fearless. I was actually fearless. When I got there, I sat down at the sitting room. I was willing to chest every question the mom would throw at me. Because if you see her, the ambience, the all around her, the way she walks down from the staircase upstairs and comes down with a gown, she will carry newspapers and be looking at she's like a man. She sat in the parlor. I was just there, like, try and come, I did. I sat down, and do you know what I even anticipated? Because I had prayed, I said, Holy Spirit, you're gonna go before me. You just make every crooked way plain. Because I can't do this, but I'm going to go there and speak my mind the way I am led to. So when I got there, I told the mom exactly what I'm here for. Mom, I love your daughter, and I am convinced that she's going to be my wife. But because I know she's the only daughter you have, I came to let you know that I want to start dating her officially. So you should be aware. Okay. So when I told her everything, I believe everything you wanted to say, she just swallowed it. I'm sure. Because for some few minutes, she was like, okay. Like, she didn't know what to say. I know she wanted, you know when you don't put bullets for gun.
She had a lot of questions that you answered in such simple.
I just went straight. The next thing she looked at me. She was like, okay.
Tell me about yourself. That's how I started.
Just tell me about yourself.
So let me get this right. Because,
Yes.
I mean, I'm a young man.
Yes, sir.
I'm unmarried very soon.
Very soon.
So you walked into the sitting room, you sat down.
Yes.
Somebody's parlor.
Yes.
And you told her, I want to marry your daughter. Like, straight to the point. Because, I mean, we don't know, we don't know these things.
No,
there is no knowing until you know.
Sir.
What I got from what you said was, again, intentionality.
Yes, ma'am.
You came and said, yes, I want to marry your daughter, but before marrying her, I want to date her, and I want you to be aware of
exactly.
intentionality.
Yes. I told her, and the mom told me there. That was when the woman, she just opened up and started telling me about her lifestyle, how she went to university, how she met her husband. And she said this is the first time she's ever seen a man coming to have a conversation with her, as in concerning her daughter. That she has seen her daughter with guys, but none of them has ever come to meet her and say, okay, mommy, you know what? Give her that respect of like, I'm dating your daughter. So when the woman said, okay, I know this is my daughter's boyfriend.
Yeah.
She was like, this shows that I'm from a decent home and this thing, and she shows that I'm a
accolades, man.
Bro, as she was saying that, my head. Bro, so it felt like it just like God just took the right words out of my mouth. So that's why sometimes it's still good to be true to yourself.
Yes.
And be real.
Yeah.
I was real. I told her I was real. She asked me, how much are you earning? Then in that service, they were paying me 50,000.
Yes.
I told her that's what I'm earning. But I told her, I said, ma, I have gift too. I have talent too. I do a lot of things. I can take care of your daughter. Don't worry.
Don't worry about it.
And you know, the one was saying it felt like this boy. I was so, you know why? I trust my father, God. I knew God is the ultimate provider. So as I was saying it, I said, God, as long as there is seed time and harvest time, as long as there's night and day, He provides for His children. You get. So, and I know me, I'm not a lazy man.
And I was just about to say that.
I'm not a lazy man. I go out to take care of things, to make sure that I'm able to take care of this beautiful woman. And look at us. We 5 years, no, when I say 5 years don't work, we still carry go, nobody waka, you know.
Wow.
Yes. So it's been from glory to glory, grace to grace.
How long did it take you as an adult to get ready to pop the question? How long did you know you were ready for?
You know,
how long did you develop yourself to the point that you could say, hey, I'm going to see your mom today? When did you know that transformation happened?
Or even know that, hey, I'm ready to be a married man.
Exactly.
That one was
yeah.
If you know, I said something from the beginning. I said, I think I got matured quick.
Oh yeah, I remember you mentioned that.
Yes, so that's why I'm very old fashioned. You get what I'm saying? There's many things I cannot really say, you know, but we were in that relationship and we kept it undefiled till we got married. I kept it that way. I wanted it that way. And I told her, because I want my wedding night to be a night to remember, and I still remember it.
Have they already gotten to ask people, how did that wedding night go, sir?
My wedding, funny enough, it's not like it actually happened that night. Okay. Because we were very tired.
Well, information.
I always say that.
Yeah, we were very tired.
Yes,
we were very tired, actually. But I made sure that the hotel that we entered, because I had paid somebody, she didn't know about it. So I had paid somebody to go do all the, those paparazzi, those flowers and everything.
Wow.
She did it. Oh boy. When she entered, she was overwhelmed. Because this was the first time we are going back to the Adamic nature in the beginning. Hallelujah, man. Come on now. So I had to make sure that moment stays in my medulla. So I had pictured how it's going to be the glory. Oh my
God! Only for people to come back home and sleep.
When we entered the room. No, but you can't take out the excitement.
No, you can't. And her reaction.
So yes, so she took out her phone. She recorded the whole place. She was excited. That excitement just gave me joy. So we now popped the champagne that was in the room that they were chilling for us. Guys, like, honey, we did it. We did it. We're excited. We sat on the bed. We're counting the money. Yes. It was. I was there with my best friend. You get, so it was everything I could dream of. It was like a dream that was already a reality for me. So
I think that's our dream too. She always advised us to get married to our best friend.
Yes.
So it's nice to see that just right in front of us right now.
Yes.
Yeah, and just looking at her, you can tell that she's not stressed.
No,
nothing is stressing her.
I don't stress out. No.
Nah.
She knows I don't.
She's not stressed.
Sometimes I even feel like maybe I'm even trying to spoil her somehow, but it's a good feeling, because the remark I get when they see her, okay.
Yes, it spoils me a lot.
But you see, I do these things even as I tell somebody, say, when you're married, it does not really change that spark of the fact that you still have to. If I leave her and I'm not in the house, even if I'm in the studio recording, I just get to stay like 2-3 minutes away from the studio. Just go to one side. I'll send her a love text message.
Oh,
like, hey, what's up? Like, how you doing? Hope you've eaten, or those kind of things. Sometimes I actually have to call her. I just say, babe, I just wanted to hear your voice. You get, so we do that.
You guys are dating in your marriage.
Exactly. Never ended.
Exactly. Yes.
So you see, that's why I said I don't know how, but I have always prayed, even as a young boy. Now that's where it's coming to now. I pray. I don't know. There's one of my aunties in class. She will tell us, hold your stomach and pray for your wife, or pray for your husband. We're in secondary school, so we just go that someone just be praying. God, I just say, God, my wife, wherever she is, take care of her. I don't know what you're doing now. She's fine, Lord. I know she's fine. Thank you. I'll just be praying. As a child, I grew up with that notion, with that mentality. Even when I got to Agape Force, in the teenage ministry, from there when became a youth, we kept praying for our spouses and all that. So that built a certain consciousness there. I pray for her more than I pray for myself.
They say you haven't loved until your heart beats inside somebody else's chest.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I pray for her. Oh, yes, I just jot that one down. Yes. So that has been the the growth process for me. So I've always known, bro. You will know that yes, you will end up with a woman in a house, whether you like it or not. You will have somebody. You will have to take care of somebody. That was already there. So I was just trying to walk my mind around how it's going to be like. Who is this person going to be? I hope we're going to be friends inside this marriage. This whole marriage thing of I don't know, you not tie rapper, you not doing all those things. So I was like, no, I want my marriage to be very, sweet. If you see us walking on the street sometimes, what we do, you think that we are maybe just
even dating. Your YouTube videos, yes. I'm like, what is it?
All right, I have one very important question. Do you feel like the fact that she came along in your life,
yes,
improved? Like, did it raise any sort of consciousness and made you work harder?
Yes, sir.
Now that you knew that you had somebody, definitely. Did it inspire you, and did you end up doing better?
Oh yes, sir. I am 10 times better than who I was when I was not married, or who I was when I was even in the relationship with her. Now that I'm even married, you get what I'm saying? It has always been from one a good stage to a better stage to another better stage. Like it keeps getting better. That's what I'm saying.
In that case, what's your advice to people who would always say, "I never get ready. I never get money"?
Oh, I think
if you're not ready, just don't stress somebody's daughter. Please go and get ready,
because you will mentally stress the person you get married to. If you are not ready, and maybe they are forcing you to go into that marriage at that point in time. Because
what I'm actually talking in terms of readiness now, I mean readiness in terms of finances.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yes. That has a very important role to play. Looking at what's actually happening in the economy today, relationship is responsibility, actually. And I think that's why most men don't want to settle for a woman who, maybe a career woman per se, or a woman who is not lucrative, who's not willing to do something. But in the midst of all that, there is a God who disposes even when you propose.
All right then. All right.
Yes. Yes. Even when you propose, there's a God who disposes. You know why? Because sometimes what you think the end of your knowledge, which means is like the zenith of your knowledge, is just the beginning of God's.
If he even reaches the beginning,
that's what I'm saying. It's just the beginning. So where you think that's your zenith, that's where you go. Because if I go by my normal understanding, okay, let's say, Stan, are you prepared? Before you got married, how much were you having in your account? She knows I had nothing. I just started working. Bro, we fed. Oh God. My wedding was one of the biggest weddings we've had in CGM Faith Arena.
Yes,
wow.
It was. Yes, wow. We fed over 1,000.
What?
Over we fed over 1,005 people.
Yes,
these are numbers.
That's a whole concert.
Yes,
these are numbers.
Yes,
these are numbers.
Oh, sir, you have no idea.
I do not think. I'm a photographer. I photograph weddings.
Okay, I will show you a scene of my wedding.
Sir,
are you doubting?
I have not seen up to 1,000 people.
The hall alone was
the hall. The hall.
We had 3 set of people going.
The hall.
People left.
Wow.
For people to come in.
You held first service, second service.
Yes, in
my wedding.
Yes.
In my wedding.
They almost bounced his mom.
People waited outside.
Wow.
Because they
people
didn't
waited outside.
Yes.
People had to wait outside first. The hall can seat over 1,000 people. It's a new hall where the first persons that used the hall.
Whoa.
When they built it in Bidi. It's opposite my church. It's a very popular hall.
Wow.
I mean, I have to, at this point, I have to start asking if you guys did promo for the album.
Bro, see, my own was God. How am I going to feel? Because my mother-in-law was just there. What I say is what you guys will do.
Yeah,
and
now
she was
my daughter.
So she just kept bringing the whole thing. You know how she has friends here and there. So you need to. So as you know, bro, I was paying for the drinks. I was paying to Coca-Cola. There's this Coca-Cola company close to my place in Jerry. So I would just go there. I took the secretary's number one. I'll just be paying to her. Every money I have, I'll send to her.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I paid everything once, so bro.
Instrumentally.
I was just paying instrumentally because I don't know what will happen. So I was just buying, or just paying any small money I have, 50K I'll pay, 100K I'll pay. Because
we didn't owe.
We didn't, oh my goodness.
We did not owe. We paid everything that day.
You guys are reminded. I have people to call to still collect my money.
The NC we just took the money from the money they sprayed us. That point,
Wow.
as they sprayed us, and just gave him. Who are we owing? Take. We went home happy.
Debt free.
Ready
We went
to
home
start
your marriage.
Chapter closed.
Chapter
You fed
closed.
1,000 people.
Then we were not ready for the we're not ready for the marriage itself. You know, there's a wedding and there's a marriage.
Exactly.
Wedding lasts to 6
That is
hours.
something I actually say.
Yeah, there's a wedding and
That's
there's a
something
marriage.
I say.
Yeah, so the marriage is where you start the relationship.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
people think that the relationship ends when you marry. The relationship starts when you marry. That's the marriage. That's where the relationship starts.
That's part 2 of life.
Oh yes.
Oh, let's say that's where life is
You
beginning.
then you now get into that's where you go to advanced learning. If a school you don't graduate from, you remain and you learn and grow and become better. You get old.
Their children.
I never graduated.
So you stay there. So for me, it's a journey. It's a journey that if God may have it and say, okay, you know what, choose your partner again, I'll still choose her.
Oh my God.
You
Oh
get-
my God.
yeah, I will still choose her
That
again.
is amazing.
Because you know what I'm saying? She's a woman that understands. She takes the word out of my mouth. I think we have synergized to that level.
I like that word.
Yeah.
Synergize.
And
Yes.
then it took some adjusting, right? Because you didn't just meet and become in sync, right?
No.
You both of you had to be
Yes,
intentional about each
exactly.
other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How long did the struggle of synergy, like how long did you struggle before you guys
Now
became in sync?
Yes, before the wave became straight.
Yeah.
Okay. You see, everything happens along the way. It's like we said, it's like a journey. You get to, when you're traveling to Benin, you pass when you're going through some of the states that the roads are not really tarred. It's crazy. Just hold on a bit. When you cross those places, you get to a smooth ride. That's how it is. So we always believe that, you know, there is when the turbulence is tough, you're about to come out of the tunnel. When it's darker, you're about to come out of the tunnel. So, like I said, because I know I'm the head of the family, it behoves on me as the spiritual head to make sure that I bring her along with me in every way.
I get emotional listening to you talk. Like, what's going on?
Do you understand what I'm saying? Most times I tell her, sometimes I wake up in the night to say, honey, we have to pray. But sometimes I'll just wake up and I'll just take her hand. We don't have to kneel down to pray. Where we're lying down, I just hold her hand. I'll just be speaking in tongues and I tell her that, honey, this is it. So God just lays something in my spirit and I'll just tell her, say, everything is going to be all right. It could be that that's what she's going through that time. But sometimes I just take it out of her head and the next thing, she just starts smiling. So usually I can read her countenance sometimes, you know, and the next thing is I have to be sensitive at that moment to be able to understand. Sometimes I deliberately would just ignore her because I want to see how she would react in some situations.
And I will react.
Whether she will be strong. Trust me, sometimes she will cry.
Now, one very important question. These days, we have women who are stressing the heck out of men.
Oh yes, they are there.
Because according to them, they would always say they are trying to know if he is good enough for them. You know, they are trying to check. They are trying to provoke him to see how he reacts to. They are testing him.
That's the difference between dating a girl and a woman. That's just it. Because
Exactly.
like when you get to a certain age or when you get to a certain mindset, what is doing you is no longer I'm trying to test what?
What
We're
are you
thinking about our
testing?
future.
What are you testing?
What are you testing?
You see, it ends up in having a spree of names in your profile.
She
laughed. I don't get it yet, Charlotte. I don't get it.
Because if you like that, you just end up dating so many people.
Yes.
You don't, like,
you keep testing
That's
people.
just the truth. When you see, you will always see what you want to see. I'm telling you, you will see what you want to see.
What you're looking for.
What you're looking for. Exactly.
What you're looking for, you will see it.
I'm telling you. There's a word I'm looking for. I always hammered on her strength, not on her flaws. It's not like I don't know her flaws, but I hammered on her strengths.
You just brought it home now. I was actually lost, like everything that
So that's what I'm trying to say. Because when you are married, trust me, this is a lady. She's from a different school of thought from you.
Yeah,
men are rational.
We still fought about
men are very
food
rational.
yesterday.
We are not
about food.
See, men,
because of the different culture.
Yeah,
he's Igbo, I'm Murobo.
You get what I'm saying?
So I have a certain idea about this. He has another idea, and we clash. I'm like, no, it's not like this. He'll say, no, it's not like, we're like, okay, fine.
imagine, okay, just yesterday, right? We're making yam pepper soup. Oh, yam
I said it's ukodo.
She said it's ukodo. I said, no. There's one we call G miracle. That's the one you give to women who just give birth. You know, and she was like, no, that if you boil, there's a robot pattern of cooking it. You have to, it has to, is ukodo. It's because the yam will dissolve, and you know, some of the
we're clashing.
The water will now become a solvent, not as very fluid as
a chemist, maybe.
Yeah. So she was like, no, it's ukodo. I said, no. I said, but there are different types. You can argue over that. I'm a very meticulous person. I'm very organized. You know what I'm saying? But I allow her. Okay, now she's. You see what she's laughing at? She's like the opposite of that. My wife can be very scattered.
I mean, she's a makeup artist. She's a creative.
Yes. So when we're coming from church, she just tell me before we enter the house, she say, "Honey, don't worry, the house is scattered."
I scattered makeup because I'll do my makeup in church.
Just know that the house is scattered. My mind is just, I just go. Everywhere scattered. I just know. Yes. But you see, because I know I'm organized, I know, because I've heard people say, okay, toothpaste, when you don't press toothpaste for center like this, some people say you don't make people quarrel. I'm that kind of person, no. But I have allowed that part of her to play out in the house. Okay, I allowed it. At first, it was not okay for me at the beginning, but I now allowed it. So you know what I now did? So you see, I do my own learning too, even when she's not there. You get. So sometimes there was a time when she had the old place. She had to quickly leave the house in the morning. She scattered a lot of things after doing makeup and all that. She left. I organized the makeup things, put everything back the way they're supposed to be. When she came, the first thing she came, I said, "You see, I arranged your makeup. Very arranged, organized." So I'm saying that for a reason. So she will know that you have to always organize it. Then I'll keep my slippers. I want them to be kept like this.
But I'm trying now these days. Yes, I'm actually very good now.
She likes to do it.
She's trained.
Oh, amazingly. So before I come back, she just, because when the place is organized, it just turns my head on. So as I enter the house like this, I just look at, and when she does it, I praise her.
Wow, cool.
Very key. So as I enter, I say, only the bed is arranged. Oh, I like the shoes. Kept them well. Well done.
Okay, so another question for both of you, and I want both of you to answer.
Okay.
What was your biggest shock after you got married? Like, what was something that you were like, I was not ready for this part of marriage?
OCD.
Now, what does that mean?
Like, he's so organized.
Okay, I think I have that too.
Extremely. Like, if the shoe moves, he knows. Like, you just kick it a bit. I'm like, what's going on? It just a little bit off.
I mean, what causes this in us males sometimes? I mean, it's something you see in females, but when it comes to us males, I think we do it better than the females.
I don't know.
I don't know that it's a gender thing,
but I think there's still some ladies that are like that too.
Yes. Highly organized, right?
Yes.
Of course.
Esther, two of us are on the same table.
Oh my god!
I never sit down here and form like.
But you see, it's now become sweet. Yeah, when you now, like I said, you see, two people coming from two different places, you have to have a meeting point. I can't stay at my end saying,
you have to
because
meet me
I
here.
am the guy who's always organized. You will come here. I know she's not like that. Where she's coming from, it's not like she's not clean, but most times they have this.
Jesus.
No, I don't know.
Wow.
No, now I'm talking about.
Wow. Wow.
No. You know what I'm saying?
No food for somebody.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm not saying that she's not organized. That's what I'm saying. But sometimes when you are coming from a place where you have some things being done for you too, some certain level.
Yeah.
And you now come to a place where you have to now do some of these things by yourself all the time. It can be overwhelming. Yes. So sometimes I know she can be tired when she comes back. I can see she's really tired. Usually when she goes out to do makeup for some artists, she must have stood there doing for 3, 4, 5
standing,
people.
touching up, doing this one,
She goes on tired. You get. So when she comes back, I have to use my head to understand that this woman is tired.
Yeah, she's not the one that will come and making a goosey for you.
You get what I'm saying? Thank God I can cook. So usually when I come,
You deserve it.
so when I come, I just go straight to the kitchen. I'll just, if it's in, honey, what do you want to eat? She'll tell me. Yes. I just ask her, what do you want to eat? So there's a carton of Indomie in the house. I say, usually when I'm coming, I use my mind. I'll just buy suya. And when I'm coming, I just say,
your head is really dead.
Yeah.
Your head is really dead.
Intentional.
Your head is really dead.
So I just buy the juice, and she likes Coke a lot and just be very cold. So I buy the juice, or I just buy Coke and I just mix it up. So when I come home, I ask her, what do you want to eat? Because I know that day she's already out. So I make the stuff, the Indomie, I bring it. Just she's sitting, she just sits down and she eats. I'll eat too with her a little bit. I'm not an Indomie fan, but she eats. I make it. So after she finishes, she say, I like the way you make your Indomie. This is the way you do your Indomie. I'm like, okay. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm not the Indomie man. So, but you see, we have a meeting point.
Yeah.
We have a meeting point. And I still wash my clothes. Even till now.
I feel like a lot of us men need to learn that.
Yes, I wash. You see, that's where the problem is. But I still blame the women too.
How?
Why?
Please?
Let me tell you. No, when I say blaming the women, this thing starts from the dating part.
Yes. Yes.
You do not. You do. There's some things. Oh God.
Yes.
You see.
There's some things you don't do.
There's some things you don't start if you know you can't finish.
Exactly.
As much as this is, you see, this topic is very big, but as much as this is happening, we need to start arranging that crack from the young minds of the men, because I think men has a major role to play in this aspect. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yes, men, young men, they need to learn this part of them, that even when you're in a relationship, you are not married to the woman yet. There's so many things you can't demand. You earn some things. You don't demand it. So when they come, even when the lady is hesitant in trying to do some of these things, you now make it look like you must do it, because it's after all, you have a Mercedes Benz, you have a very fine house and everything. So the lady must come, cook and clean, wash your clothes and do everything. You will come and shout on her and give her a dirty slap on top when she does not do the right thing she's supposed to do. And she it's so. First of all, the man has missed it in the foundation first. That's a wrong foundation. In my marriage, as I'm here, I know most times that look at her hand. I don't allow that hand to wash clothes like that. It's not because I cannot let her wash clothes. You know what I'm saying? It's not because I cannot let her wash clothes.
That's where the spoiling comes from.
You get what I'm saying? It's not like she cannot wash clothes, but sometimes I have to do the wash. When I'm taking clothes to the dry cleaner, I say, honey, give me those clothes you want me to take to the dry cleaners. Let me take them to the dry cleaners. So I take.
She's very well taken care of. Like it's showing.
Yes.
That
So
she's
I
not
take
stressed.
those clothes to the dry cleaners. The ones that I need to wash usually when I want to take my bath, that's when I wash. That's because she's here. So I wash some of those clothes when I want to take my bath. You're like, why do you always like washing when you want to bathe? I say, yeah, because you see, when you're in that shower, oh my God, you have strength. the strength. So I'm just having fun in the bathroom. I'll not put my speaker, this is my Bluetooth speaker in the bathroom, just listening to my song and I'm washing. So as I'm washing, I'm cleaning the bathroom. I don't wait for her to do those things. You know why? We are partners. We are partners.
You marry. You don't marry.
We are partners. She's not. She's not.
She's not
a house help. She's not a housewife. Yeah. You get? She's a wife because she's there to help me when I'm tired. So when I'm tired, she's there to comfort me. You get? So when I don't have the strength, I will not now because I know she's the wife, so she must go and do this. Go and do it. I don't command her. She knows. But sometimes I will just tell her, when you try and do this now, because I really would like you to do this. I'll make her see reasons why she needs to do it. You get?
Even in that, you're not demanding. She will do it from a place of, okay, I understand.
Yes, exactly. So we always have a meeting, but sometimes before I come, she will just wash clothes like this. I'll just see clothes on the line. I'll just come back and say, hey! I'll just be excited. I'll just climb upstairs and I'll say, honey, you did it. And anytime I praise her like that, she's so excited.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because I want her to know that, you see, these things, I take pleasure in doing these things. I do them from a place of joy. You get what I'm saying? So, and I appreciate her when she do some of these things too.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So that's how we've been. That's how our marriage has been going from strength, from grace to grace. I don't think there will be any woman that wouldn't like such a thing.
There's no woman. There's no woman that will not like that. I'm sure when you guys see all these people arguing on Twitter, who will cook a goosey?
My dear,
I'm sure people don't really like, look at these ones.
We'll just be reading like,
okay, cool. Let's come from a different standpoint now. Okay. So, the fact that you're Igbo and the fact that you're Urobo, and do you think that had any major role, or do you think there was any sort of disadvantage? Did you guys face any challenges
when it comes to tribe?
No.
Cultural differences? No,
we didn't.
So your parents were like, okay, go on. Power to you.
First of all, okay. My dad has never been this tribal person. My dad.
You're very blessed.
My dad, no. Even my dad would always tell us, as long as the woman fears and respects God and respects you, you're okay. In all my years as a human being, I've never seen my dad and my mom eat from a different plate. Till my dad passed away. Even when they quarrel, she's aware when she came to my place. They have never eaten.
That's the culture we have now.
So I told her, I said, honey, if there's no culture we would imbibe in our home, we will never eat from a different plate. We eat from the same plate. We want to sit down and say, okay, just be eating. It's not because we can't do that, but there is this thing.
There's a bond.
We eat from the same plate.
Even when I go to my parents' place, my
mom would the mom was surprised.
Inside the same
she
plate.
Wants to give us. She said, "That's your food now."
So now she will give us in the same plate.
She will just put the food on. When she give her the food, I'll tell her, "Mommy, we're eating together." Usually, she will give, because that's where some of these guys. That's how most marriages are.
Yeah,
yes.
In fact, the wife will come and kneel down with
that kind of stuff. Well done, Oba. So for me, I told her, I was like, no, babe, we will eat from the same plate. So when I bring it, I wait for her when she comes. When she's even cooking, I'm around the kitchen. I will be in the sitting room. She'll be in the kitchen. So we'll just be, I'll be gisting. It's not like I'll be in the room. She'll be in the kitchen. It's not like I cannot stay in the room. But I like to be there with her in the room. So I'll be there. We'll just be gisting. She'll not come in. I like to hear her gossip. It's not like it's quite interesting. So she'll call me. I'll tell me, look at what's happening, Big Brother. Do you see this guy? I'll say, tell me. Sometimes I'll be busy with my own. But I'll say, okay. I just want to be there. Wow. You get what I'm saying? So, we are always, in short,
you are living this sweet life.
That's how it is.
You are.
The real test to a genuine compatibility comes when you don't have those physical endowment that made you get attracted to each other from the very beginning.
How?
You need to repeat that part again,
What I'm
cause
trying.
Okay.
Do not just be attracted to the beauty of the woman alone. Most of those
Physical
things that
beauty.
can fade away, or those material things that you acquire. Joy is not predicated upon what you have. It's predicated upon what you know. Okay, now, just mere thought of her being in my life alone. It's like a fulcrum for me. It's pivoting.
don't worry, I'll follow you.
Enough for me. It's from a strong place of conviction, and I know that. I know what I'm telling you now. It's like a capital letter embedded in the tablet of my heart, and I know that. And I'm going to make her a very sought after human being. And yes, it's because we walk like that, and that's how I see her. Ask her. I tell her every time. I say most of these makeup artists in Lagos, most of them are not as good as you.
Come on, supportive husband.
I know, right?
Come on.
So that she will be the one to say, but I never Sabi do this one. I say, babe, are you kidding me? Your eyebrows is uncontestable.
All right.
You need to see your eyebrows when you do it. And all this. And it's true. I let her know all this is all the time.
And it's very important. Do you know why? Because you're the man in her life.
Yes.
When you validate her from home, wherever she's going to, even if someone tells her the way you did my eyebrows is not fine. Sorry, my husband said it's the best.
Come
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
Come on. Sometimes she'll come back and tell me, this makeup I did to this shirt, I don't really do one well. May I show you the video? She might say, are you okay? This makeup, how much did the person give you? You know, like
that
wow.
encouragement is needed.
You know, so I let her know because I fan that gift. I fan it to flame.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? I have to fan it. Nobody will do that.
Yeah.
If I don't do that, I wonder who's going to do it. So it has to come from home. The charity should begin from the home.
Facts.
The love comes from the home. So when she's going out, she's going head, chest raised up high. That yes, I am what my husband says I am. So she goes out because we are looking for God. The first God you see is your partner. Actually, that's just the truth. You see, when we start seeing ourselves in that level, in that way, you see, we will start seeing ourselves with the eyes of the Spirit, and we will start seeing the goodness in us. We will not capitalize in the goodness because trust me, everybody has flaws.
Everybody.
I have my flaws. You get, but she has.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, but she has over time. She has helped me to manage my flaws. You get what I'm saying? She has been there to nurse my mistakes. She has been there to nurture me into what I am. Like that question you asked. Yes, I had to become a man. I know how to work extra to put food on the table, to start catering for so many of our extra needs. The children will they will soon start coming. You get. So it's not like we cannot have children. We decide not to have children now.
Does your family pressure you?
Yes.
Ask you
My
that.
mom.
People will be asking you, how
Oh
far
yes.
now?
Oh yes.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Oh yes.
But you know the thing, yeah, people pressure you to have children, like they're going to come to your house and volunteer.
Wow.
Thank you.
They have no idea.
Thank you.
They have no idea. See, I've done my routine check.
And having those people are expensive.
Yeah.
Children are Pampers.
Do you know that it's easier to take care of adults?
See,
Than
I can agree with you.
Really?
I can agree with you.
Bro, it's very easy to take care of adults, but
Pampers
do you know
alone.
how expensive it is to take care of a baby? The smaller they are, the more
And there's
expensive
no
they are.
retirement age. Once
telling
you
you.
give birth,
I
you're a
haven't thought
parent
about
for
that
life.
before, actually.
Oh, sir, when you put a child in that department where they will go and watch TV and watch Teletubbies, you are paying over 300,000 for a 10. Excuse me.
Crash, I watch
I
TV.
said, to go and watch TV. You pay 300,000. It's expensive. So it's like the higher you go, the lesser the school fees, because the children. Oh no.
It's a lot
to
of
take care of. That's why you see, when God gives us children, they give us children so we can take care of them. So you need to have the resources well enough to take care.
Definitely.
So when they come, I mean, they should know that there is love and there is a lot of care for them. That's what children should come and meet. I don't know how we're going to do this because It's the other way around. People just want to force you into give birth. Have you, the two people involved, have they even...
I like the fact that you're very outspoken.
Yeah, because I feel like many times couples are not willing to have the important conversations. That's why people get into marriage and then it's like a shock. Yes. But then imagine if people, like, if we're having conversations like this and people are aware that, okay, this is, marriage can be sweet. Whether you get married older, you get married younger, it can be good.
It's oh God, at any stage, sir, your marriage can be sweet. I'm telling you.
I mean, you guys are evidence of that.
At any stage, your marriage can be sweet.
5 years, and it's like you got married yesterday.
You know what they say? They say it's not the best product. It's the best marketed product. I think it's coming from the fact that we see more of the bad sides of marriage over the internet.
Yes.
And that's what's happening.
Yes.
That's why everything is so messed up in people's heads.
Yes.
So it's an honor to actually have the both of you
So
come
glad
through
to be here.
and, you know, do this thing for us. Talk to us, tell us, stuff to look forward to in
Thank you.
marriage
it was
and all of that.
Such a pleasure having you guys. Hopefully we can have you again.
Yes.
And then maybe next time we have you, we'll actually table the issues of like why bad marriages have better PR than good marriages, because there's still good marriages,
And we should be talking about them too.
Thank you.
So people can be encouraged.
Right.
That's why we're here.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy.
All right. So thank you so much, Ese and Stanley. It has been such a pleasure having you guys. It has been an amazing session. I actually learned a lot. Like I'm like, okay, now maybe I should be answering people that are talking to me.
I mean, I realize that I don't even have to get pen and paper because Trueflutter just made it very simple. Now I can just go online and watch podcasts.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, for those of you watching or listening. I mean, you don't have to go and check 14 ways on how to. Just go to trueflutter.com.
I'm telling you.
Simple.
All the info you need, there.
Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for hanging with us today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
We did.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow the podcast. If you have not yet downloaded the Trueflutter app, you should definitely download it. You can catch up with Ese and Stanley by subscribing to their YouTube channel and following them on Instagram. It's going to be in the description box down below. And till I come your way again, my name is Baby, and if you're looking for true love, download the Trueflutter app. Bye.
Yes. And we should be talking about them too.
Thank you.
So people can be encouraged.
Right.
That's why we're here.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy.
All right. So thank you so much, Ese and Stanley. It has been such a pleasure having you guys. It has been an amazing session. I actually learned a lot. Like I'm like, okay, now maybe I should be answering people that are talking to me.
I mean, I realize that I don't even have to get pen and paper because Trueflutter just made it very simple. Now I can just go online and watch podcasts.
Exactly.
Yes, for those of you watching or listening. I mean, you don't have to go and check 14 ways on how to. Just go to trueflutter.com.
I'm telling you.
Simple.
All the info you need, there.
Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for hanging with us today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
We did.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow the podcast. If you have not yet downloaded the Trueflutter app, you should definitely download it. You can catch up with Ese and Stanley by subscribing to their YouTube channel and following them on Instagram. It's going to be in the description box down below. And till I come your way again, my name is Baby, and if you're looking for true love, download the Trueflutter app. Bye.